Hello, Capricorn. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using the Star Tarot by Kathy McLeland. There's a website for Kathy if you're interested in her stuff. Excuse me. And a hiccup. Great. Energy Oracle cards are the Oracle cards I'm going to use this time with... they're from Sandra and Taylor. All it took is one hiccup, it threw me right off. Okay. There's websites for Sandra, Hay House websites. Feel free to freeze frame on that if you want any of that information. There's also Hay House Radio in the back here, and there's Sandra's picture if you're interested. I'm wondering if we're going to have obstructions. Okay, let's see what... that didn't go the way I really wanted it to at the beginning there, but it's not bad. Ooh. Something might go very much your way, but not the way you want it to. Okay. It goes your way, but not the way... you know what I mean? When you get something really good, but it just... that was that was not the plan. That was not how that was supposed to happen. I'm already feeling like I want to use the dice here. So you're headed towards something. There's going to be we have to make a fast change. This reminds me of plans getting canceled at the last minute, and then you do pull it together and you still make it work, but you're like, and it's almost like, well, it worked out better, but I don't really like how that plan... I don't like that. I don't like them when my plans get thrown out the window. Even though I recoup and it turns out better than it originally was, I still don't like the idea of me planning and not being able to use my plans. I don't like that. I'm getting that energy from this because I feel like it's something like that. Yeah, because there's some stress here. I get the Five of Pentacles. This is where you're heading. This is your outcome. It's kind of like I didn't get to do this. Didn't work out like I thought it would. But you do have a really good. You got a really good ending here. Really great ending. Okay, okay. I feel the stress with that. That's not Earth's way. Even if it's a great ending, it's kind of like, yeah, but I did all that planning, and it's kind of like I don't throw away my work. That is definitely Earth. And Capricorn is Earth, Earth, Earth. It's kind of like, no, I don't throw away my work. I don't do things just for fun. I do things for a reason. Is this... No, I don't know. See, I don't even feel like I can salvage this plan for a later date. I feel like whatever it is, you still get good things out of this, but how do we deal with this? What do we do with this? How do we fix... No, I don't know if fix is the right word. How can this go better for Capricorn? Because I feel like this is really good, but it's kind of like I don't like the way it's happening, and it bothers me. And I think that's an honest response to that. 15, which is the Devil card, but that's Capricorn's card, so that could be good for the situation. The Nine of Cups. Will you have a moment to just settle? You're going to need a moment to just make peace with it. Yeah, see, because what I'm getting, it feels like... It's kind of like I rented a house, and I rented some time on this barge. But then what happens is, we can't do that for some reason. We just can't do it. We go a different direction, and where I end up, I like a lot better. But it's almost like I sunk money into that. I put money down for the house or whatever in the barge, and I couldn't recoup it. It's just money lost. Ooh. I feel like that's kind of the thing. Even though I end up, instead of doing that, maybe I go and somebody pays for my way to go somewhere else, and I have a much better time wherever I end up going, even though it turns out much better, whatever better would be, because I feel like, but the fact that I sunk money into those things, and I couldn't get it back, so it's just like money wasted. That's what I'm feeling. And I can totally respect where that would just be kind of like, it's hard to... It's kind of like, I don't want to let it go. It's kind of like, I want to get that money back if I can. And then, but fighting that versus enjoying where I'm going, kind of because I feel like that might be a fruitless thing. You know how some of those places, if you don't cancel within a certain time, they won't give you your money back, and then they tell you that's why that you have to put the deposit down, because for you to have that, they have to turn away other people. So that's why you have to pay. Like I used to work for a hotel like that because they were very busy, and they're like, that's why we charge if you don't show up, because we had other people that would have paid full price for that room. You know what I mean? And now we're only getting the deposit. We're not even getting the full price, but we shouldn't be out our total money. We saved that room because you said you were going to be here. It's not our fault you decided to go a different direction. So that's why you get charged. I think a lot of hotels have like a day. You have to tell them a day ahead of time, but you know what I'm saying. Because I feel like it's quite the thing. I feel like that because that makes sense to me why this is difficult. I feel like it's funny the way I'm connecting to it personally is like, yeah, I don't really have much earth in my chart, but totally I would be like, that would, yeah, I would, yeah. Letting go of that would be a challenge, and accepting it and being like, even though everything worked out better and so it was so fun, that yeah, yep, that's, how do you let go of that? I'm trying to find it still, because you have great things here, things coming forward with a lot of passion. Somebody else seems to be pulling this forward, helping you make things work out. You do end up with a better outcome. You really do. How do you let go of that? I'm having a hard time. Like, I think I have my own personal block with that. Like, all right, can we get a little better information? Because, yeah, totally get that that's, like, hard to let go of that. I think you might just need to step back. Like, if it was me, I'm a Paul McKenna fan, and there's certain, what do you call it? Not procedures, what do you call them? Exercises to help me pull back how I'm feeling and just redirect it the way I want to react. And sometimes I can put things to the side for a while. I highly recommend Paul McKenna, How to Mend Your Broken Heart. It is associated with like romantic relationships, but I have used it for everything. You just edit it to your needs. I have used it for situations to where you can pull back the energy, kind of like gray it out, do what you need to do, put it away. So you're like, I'm just going to put that away, and then you come back to it later. Sometimes I can write things down. I have been successful with that. I gray it out, and then I write it down, and then I just come back to it some other time. Like maybe I'll even put a note on my phone, or like I'll make a reminder on my phone. And by having that reminder on the phone and writing it down, it's like I'm at peace with letting it go, because I know I'm going to come back to it, because there's something about it that I don't feel settled with. I don't know if that's going to work for you. I feel like this is a challenge. Personally, I can see how I would be like, oh, yeah, I'm not okay with that. But I can totally see both sides, kind of like getting to the point where I'm just accepting, like, yeah, I lost that money. I don't know. What else can Capricorn do to make this go more for them in a way that works better for them? Anything they could do now? Or is it too late already? Seven of Swords and the High Priestess. And the Seven of Swords is right over here. I don't feel like there's a way to recoup this. And I don't feel like it's realistic for me to say, oh, just let it go. Just accept that it's lost. I feel like that's a process. I think it is lost. Don't get me wrong. I do. Especially with the Seven of Swords coming in twice. But it's a process. I'm getting like, I do this a lot. I really do. I write things, put a reminder on my phone. I remind myself of what I know, and I just, like, I might even write down the details, and I just put a reminder on my phone to come back to it another time. For some reason, that works for me, where I can step away from it for a time, because I'm confident I will definitely come back, because I have a thing on the phone about it. Hopefully that works for you. I don't think that's... I just still really think it's not realistic just to say, oh, just accept it. I just don't think that's realistic. I don't know if I could. And I think of myself as very, fluid, I guess. I try to be, but some certain things, I think that would bend me out of shape too. There's good going on around you during this time. That's the trick. To separate your energy from that, and put it over to the side and enjoy this moment. That's a great moment. This is a huge spiritual growth moment for Capricorn. If this reading hits for you, the challenge is where you're going to have the most spiritual growth is to put that to the side. I don't think just giving up on it or just accepting it is just realistic off the bat, but putting it to the side and enjoying the great time that's around you, and then returning to it later when you need to. I really feel like that's the most realistic way to do it if you can do it. Paul McKenna, I'm a big Paul McKenna fan. I really highly recommend it. The ideas I gave you, hopefully that's of help. Maybe you're going to have to find something else. I don't know. But seeing it come forward, the challenge is to enjoy the great time that you're going to be a part of. And to try to like at least let it go dormant or put it into a dormancy, if I said that right. The problem you don't like, putting that over to the side and quieting it down enough so that you can center on this and enjoy this more, and allowing yourself to do that, and hopefully coming back to it later if possible. You should be a part. See, this is the challenge. Whatever the thing is going forward, there's a change. It's better, but you might omit yourself. It's like almost like everybody might have fun around you, and you might not, because it's hard to let go of what was lost. And I really, just letting it go cold turkey, that just doesn't seem realistic. But putting it dormant, kind of like I'll deal with it later. I want to enjoy time with these people for now. If you can find a way to do that, that's more in your benefit. Because I hate the thought of you having a hard time letting go and everybody enjoying themselves around you. And it's a great situation. It's 10 times better. But even though it's 10 times better, it's really hard for you to enjoy it due to your mind being stuck over here with this thing. Again, if we can make it go dormant, grayed out for the time being, put it to the side, make yourself a note, I'm coming back to it later. If you can give yourself permission to do that, that's going to be the trick. If you can give yourself that permission, nobody else can do that for you. And God forbid somebody thinks they can. If they try to, no. No, it's you. You have to decide that it's okay with you. If somebody else tries to push you that way, God, I hope that doesn't happen. That's going to have the reverse effect. I really hope. If you're a person watching this reading and you're dealing with a Capricorn and you think you're going to tell them what they need to do, I'm going to warn you. If you pressure a Capricorn, you're going to have the adverse effect. They don't want to. You're not going to be able to make them to. If you try to force them into a corner, they're just going to hold their ground, and they're quite strong. So do yourself a favor, let them come to it on their terms. Just step back and let them do what they need to do. Do not pressure a Capricorn. Fair warning, don't do it. Leave them alone. They'll handle it on their terms. I'm just telling you, it won't go well for you. If you're coming to this reading and you're not the Capricorn, but you're dealing with one, just heads up, do not push them. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Fair warning. Anything else? I almost feel like part of this is literally for people who are cross-watching and they're like, oh, I'm dealing with a Capricorn. Yeah, I've been trying to tell them they need to let it go. Don't tell them that. Don't do that. Leave them alone. Let them watch this video if they want. And then just leave them to their own devices. They will make their own decisions. They know what they want to do. They have to give themselves permission to let it go if they can do that. Let the Capricorn do what the Capricorn needs to do. I don't know why. I just feel this really strong urge to, like, if there's a cross-watch or several, just, don't push the Capricorn. Don't do it. Do yourself a favor. Don't do it. They're the devil card for a reason, I'm telling you. Don't push them. Leave them alone. Things can go great here. I wish the best for Capricorn on this. All right, anything else? I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com, james4astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below with the same email. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.